Alrighty, so International Tribute Brew Days for me just now getting started. So I grabbed my, I just got home, I'm at least an hour behind, probably 2. I don't have any water going yet or anything. I've got my computer, laptop set up in the back here. And I have a cooler mash tun, and I grabbed my brewing rig. And I have it all set up down back here to try and attempt to do a double brew day. This is going to be a long ass day. But I think I can do them simultaneously. So, theoretically, it shouldn't matter. Theoretically. Brought the big one down. Also have that one. I'm heating all my strike water up at one time. I got 10 gallons of water in there. So I'm actually going to try and do these brews all at one time. That's the thought process anyway. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so I made some progress so far. There we go. Finally hooked up with these guys on a TV tray. Right now we're watching Kevin. Getting everything together. As I said, that right there is all the ingredients to do supercharger. And then in here is everything I need to do peculiar one. That's in here. So I got peculiar one and I got supercharger. So I'm going to leave that one in here. I'm going to put supercharger out here. I'm going to have 2 mash tuns going at the same time. We're going to brew these beers simultaneously. Absolutely. I am at temperature. So. Alright, so now I'm underlaying. I want to take this down to about 7 gallons. Oh yeah. I love underlaying. Get me down to right about there. Should be good. Just stop that. Alright, so I've got my mash going for peculiar one. And the mash going for supercharger. I am just over 150 degrees on both of these. So it's time to start that clock, baby. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is a first for me. Cheers! 17. We've got peculiar one mashing over here. We got supercharger mashing over here. I'm heating up my sparge water for both of them. This is going to be a 90-minute boil. And this will be a 60-minute boil. So this actually should all work out properly. As properly as it can get it. Or I have no idea. Alright, so I'm still setting everything up here. I got lights lit up. It's like a circus back here. I lit a fire. I got the guys on the background over here. That's alright. I have my entire backyard lit up like a circus tent right now. I got these big lights over here. I got these lights on. You can show it on here. I got big lights in the back over there. I lit a fire somewhere back there. It's starting to die out already. I got to throw some wood on it. Oh, I forgot about that one. Alright, I got this. I got this. I got this. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I forgot to bring something else. Alright, I had to walk away for a minute because I wasn't thinking. Both of my mashes are done at the same time. I'm going to use the old plate process here. That lays on there. This goes on my spigot. And this, there we go. While that one is recirculating, I'm going to wort off this one just by the pitcher. So, whereas we got the look on that, oh, that's dirty as all hell. But it'll be fine. We're going to batch sparge these guys. And down. And I'll bring that pot over there, over here, and I'll start to gather my wort. Right there is supercharger, guys. Look at that. How's that look? That's supercharger right there. Right there is peculiar one. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's nice. Hell yeah. Peculiar one. Nice and clear. Back this off a little bit. A little more. We are just hitting a boil here on the supercharger. I mean, I hit hot brake. I actually slowed it down almost perfectly at the right time. I want to get this going just a little bit more. I'm already a little ways into this boil. This has been a really good boil. There's not as many hop additions in the peculiar one as there are in supercharger. But I'm hitting my volumes pretty well. I hit my mash numbers pretty well. I did not take a OG on my first runnings or any of that jazz, so I'm going to rely on what I get when I'm all said and done. So it's going along pretty well. I'm actually pretty stoked right now, and I just got to get this one to pop through that hot brake, because this pot obviously is a lot smaller than this pot. So, and I had to sub out the Pacific Jade for Citra. So I got it under control, getting ready to throw that first hop addition in here. This is a 90-minute boil. This is a 60-minute boil. We're rolling. All right, so this brew is really interesting because I'm used to putting additions in more throughout the boil than what I am right now. This being a 90-minute boil, I don't put the next addition in until the very end of the boil. Even this IPA, I don't put the next ones in until the last 10 minutes. So it's a very small amount of citron. 3/4 of an ounce, I believe it is, through the entire boil. It's the last 10 minutes of the boil is what makes this beer special. Because that's when your Amarillo, your Citra, your Centennial, actually Pacific Jade, but I had to swap out the Pacific Jade for Centennial, go in there. So, color-wise, it is a beautiful orange, just gorgeous looking beer. I've got a really nice roll and boil. I think it's a really like perfect boil. The peculiar one is just chugging right along too. So it's fantastic. This has been going well. I mean, this has been a really good. Everything's been kind of falling into place, which is kind of screwing me up a little bit. Got the guys going on here in the background, which is fantastic. If you guys are watching, cheers to you. And I'm just carrying my chiller down, which is pretty funny right now. Fantastic.
I heard you say about things falling into place, and I was just hoping that I didn't fall down the steps.
Yeah, you didn't fall down the steps. That would suck. That would suck. Just watch your head. Right there's fine. Perfect. Thank you,
that's
baby.
where I'm leaving it. We had 2 jars, actually. That one's been
So I need...
What'd you say, DME and molasses?
And the candy sugar. I'm trying to get the rest of this.
He's trying to scoop the rest of the molasses out of the plastic cup that he measured it into. So you said it was like an ounce of molasses?
Ounce and 3/4, really, which is very little. I don't really know how that makes much of a difference, but it's part of the recipe, so it goes in. So the DME is in, the molasses is in, and now the
Candy sugar.
Yep, candy sugar goes in.
Which one is that? The
dark candy sugar. And the last addition of hops in. I'm just kind of whirlpooling it, which means I'm just stirring it up every once in a while, and that's it. Just to kind of, keep them going, because there's a bulk of the hops are in at this stage right now. So this is the International Brew Day. We've been brewing. We've been talking. We've been hanging out on Google Plus. We've been telling stories. We've been laughing. We've been crying. We've been doing all sorts of really cool things for our friend Paul. And he would be getting a big kick out of this right now. I just know he would. So these beers, the peculiar one's going to go to the fellow that sent me the recipe. But these beers will definitely be going over to New Zealand. And they're going to be going over to Panhead. You guys give them a try, see what you think. I'll ship them to you. They're just going to show up. So enjoy them. You know what I mean? When it comes time, when it's all said and done. It's the International Brew Day in tribute of Time for Another One, Paul Wicksteed. This couldn't be any more appropriate. Just couldn't. It just couldn't. But I got to finish chilling these guys down. Cheers! Alrighty, so recap. phenomenal night. International Brew Day, in tribute to our brother. Time for another one's Paul Wicksteed. Was on tonight with Sammy and Tony, Nate and Brad. Brad Watson was on. Was texting back and forth with Laramie and Pat's Fan and Dan Disselance, and the Welsh Brewer was on, and oh my, a bunch of guys from the UK were on. I don't want to mention names any further now because I've already forgot them. I haven't forgot them, just the names. I know you guys are. So, what a phenomenal night, right?
Yes. Sorry,
Already
I
shut
smell
those off.
gas.
Yeah. They're shut off. We're good. What a phenomenal night. Just a beautiful brew night. I finished up. Did a peculiar one. Way high on my ABV. Way low on my volume. But I left it that way. Just because. I'm only at about 4 gallons. What did I say I was at? About 1070. 1070 on the original gravity on that. The supercharger, I'm right at 1050. I want to say about 1052, so I'm right on. And 5 gallons there. I'm actually a little bit high on volume there, so I'm a little high on volume and a little low on the other one. But I'm good with that. I'm absolutely good with that. I think that these two beers will be pretty cool when it's all said and done. These beers will be shipped out to those folks in New Zealand, my friends at Panhead Custom Ales. You'll get both of these, just for shits and giggles, because you're cool. It's just that simple. And some other folks that were on tonight, whoever wants them. Actually, when you get down to it, if we can do a swap of everybody that has done these beers around, send them to Panhead. Huh? Send them out to the Custom Ales. Let them taste them against their beers. How cool would that be? If the folks at Panhead Custom Ales, okay, that would be fitting. I'm just going to throw it out there. That would be so incredibly fitting that if everybody that brewed this tribute beer sent one out to Panhead, I'm pretty sure they would appreciate that. Don't you think, Emma?
Yes.
I think that would be pretty cool. I know I am. So one's coming from SJ and MM. She's cleaning my mess up. I'm in the backyard. It's dark. We got a fire going. Great day indeed. That's it. This is SJ Poor from Little Face Brewing. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, folks. Brew beer. Man. Brew wonderful beer. And while you're at it, have yourself another one. Paul. Keep an eye on our kettles for us, brother. I know you will. It's all good. Turning that page, bro. Cheers.